Hey everybody, Chris here. So is this going to be sell in May, go away for Dogecoin and cryptos? We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And I am back from the week in Las Vegas at the Bitcoin conference. Had a lot of fun. We'll talk more about that in my next live stream, which will be Friday afternoon. So please be sure that you are subscribed, you have your notifications on, so you can know when the live starts, so you can join in, ask me questions, talk about a lot of things. That'll be great. But right now, what is going on with Doge? What's going on with crypto? Why the big drop last night? Let's get into it. Let me show you the charts on the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, and we're at 20.36. 20.36, that's right. The Dogecoin did have this big drop last night. Stayed above 20 cents, did not go into the 19s, but it was close. And here I thought yesterday when I bought Doge on the dip down here at about 21.7, 21.8, I thought, that's a pretty good price. And that was the dip, and I was like, recovered back up into the 22s. Things were looking good. But then we had this sell-off happen. There are some saying, well, it's the Bitcoin effect, right? With the Bitcoin conference, this is what happens. It's kind of the Kramer effect, right? Or the inverse Kramer. It's like Bitcoin conference happens and the Bitcoin price goes down. And that has been happening for years, and it happened again. Is it just that though, or is there more to this? Bitcoin did drop down to 104.7, so it did come down below 105. Yeah, that's a pretty severe drop as well. So what's going on here? Dogecoin plunges 10% in midnight crash, struggles to find footing. What is going on? Is there a potential double bottom pattern? Does this hint at a possible stabilization? We'll take a look at that in a minute. But overall, yes, we did have that big drop. And after that big drop with that huge volume uptick there, it looked like Doge was coming back. People were buying up on that dip, but then it just kind of settled back. And there we are right now, back here, 20.35 cents. So not quite a nice V-shaped recovery that we would like to see when these things happen. Cautious outlook ahead of Doge's June historical weakness. So this is the whole adage of sell in May, go away. Typically, that is what they say about stocks. And that is because a lot of traders, they take holiday for the summer. They're gone. A lot of people just aren't invested into trading. And so overall volume tends to drop down, and prices aren't so great, especially for Dogecoin. This is what we have for Doge. Dogecoin for the month of June has been red for 8 years in a row. Now, of course, I will be doing my June price prediction video for Dogecoin on June 1st. But here we are on May 30th. Not quite June 1st yet. A couple more days before I make that video. May, we're up 18.8%. So May is still in the green, although we were up much higher before, 24, 25 cents, now back down to now 2021. This is what I said, right? When I did my May price prediction video, I said Dogecoin's price will be between 20 and 21 cents. And that's right where we are right now on May 30th. So that price prediction is coming in pretty close. So what could it be? What's going on here? Well, some will say, a lot of this is going to be tied to what is going on in the markets, economic news, those kinds of things that generally lead to declines in prices. There could be some of that. We've got here. Trump is talking about the EU tariffs. They're on again. They're off again. Economy doesn't like that kind of news back and forth. So uncertainty in the markets over that. We've got the White House announcing new leadership for Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, after Elon Musk's exit. Does that affect Dogecoin though? Is there an impact on the Dogecoin price because of that? hard to believe that that would be, the announcement has immediate implications for Dogecoin and related. No, it doesn't. That has nothing to do with the Dogecoin price. No, here's what it is. It's this guy, James Nguyen. James Nguyen. Now he's long on Pepe, I guess, after he lost $100 million on leveraged Bitcoin bet using Hyperliquid. There is a lot of discussion going on about this James Nguyen guy and like how he made his money and what's he doing now. He says, one thing for sure is that I have exposed just how corrupt these markets are. Guess it's better to just buy and hold Bitcoin on spot, cold storage it. So he says that, but then he goes and he does this big Pepe bet. And there are a lot of people who are upset with him because he made a lot of money in this other, let's take a look at this, because there are some who say, look, there's this Moonpig, right? And I guess he sold like 20% of the Moonpig tokens, which gave him this, big stash of money that he could then go into this high-risk leverage trade on Bitcoin. We were talking about this on Monday, and it has hit. It's hit. That's what this big drop was. The big drop was taking out leverage trades. Now, Dogecoin always falls harder at a higher percentage than Bitcoin when prices go down because of its volatility. But the Bitcoin drop here, especially down below 105, completed a succession of like 3 liquidations, particularly of this guy who lost $100 million. He was up like $100 million, and he said he wanted to make $1 billion, and so he didn't cut his gains. He didn't take profits. He just kept. He was increasing his leverage bets. This is what it's about. It's not about the news and the stuff like that. It's all about leverage. Taking out high leverage trades. We can't have any fun when that happens because the market makers take out the leverage. That's what this trading was about. And now the markets are all, the crypto markets are all kind of like thinking, well, because of what's going on with the economy still, this uncertainty about inflation, interest rates, the tariff still on again, off again. The courts are weighing in now that Trump doesn't have the authority. And then there's an appeal. Trump does have the, it's all that uncertainty. All leads to this kind of thing. Trader Allen says, look, this is all just a pattern. It's a pattern that plays out. Doge consolidation. We've seen this before. We saw it earlier in May. We saw it in April, where there's these double bottoms and breaks out of a wedge. Double bottoms, breaks out of a wedge. Is this just another one of these? And each one of these breakouts has one fake breakout here. There's a little fake breakout, right? And it comes back in, hits that double bottom, and that's what we have now before breaking out again. Although the second bottom here is now dropped down a bit lower. But we'll see whether on the daily that ends up just being a wick and it comes right back. So we'll be looking at that on the live stream, whether that's the case. And Trader Allen also says, look, when you zoom out and you look at the bigger picture on the weekly, this is just playing out with this larger ascending, broadening wedge pattern here. This A, B, C, D, E, F kind of pattern. And so are we going to see a breakout happening this summer? Up to like 70, 80, 90 cents? That's a bit much. And then if he's just following this kind of target pattern here, is that target up over $3? And it's just like, Alan, come on. Like, I don't believe you. It's like, please, right? And on this one, it's like, no, everything's dipping. Don't make the same mistake. Don't panic. Stay patient. Be calm. Is that the kind of move you make? Are we going to hold through the summer? Are the summer months going to be as bad as people think with Dogecoin? Again, I'll be talking more about this in my video for my June price prediction. But in May, when we began the month of May, we were down here at 17 cents. And I said, well, it was going to be 20, 21 cents at the end of the month. Now, we had all of this. This was pretty exciting, this huge run up to 25 cents. So disappointing, yes. Disappointing where we are right now. Should you have taken profits back here and then just gone away? Some people did say that they sold Doge up here and they're just going to wait it out. Where I was buying below 22 cents and I thought that was this double bottom, and I bought Dogecoin on both of those dips. But now we're a little lower. So that's the current situation we have now. And where is this going to go in the future? Again, we're going to talk more about that in the live stream. And then I'll make my June price prediction video in a couple days, and we'll sort all of this out. But in the end, it's this leverage and this guy, James Wynn, and what these crazy bets are. It's like $100 million profits, ran up, and then ran back down. And it's just like, I don't know how this guy like keeps doing this, but is it better just to buy and hold, cold storage, long term? That's what I think is best for crypto. But then he says this thing, and then he goes into, he does this Pepe. So I'm going to look into this Pepe bet, see what that's about. Until then, hey, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Sell in May, go away. Is that going to play out? Give the video a like if you haven't already. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.